Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 22 of What If Izuna Uchiha was Naruto Ancestor. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Naruto was a God Amongst Man that I posted on this channel. And enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King I post a new episode of What If Naruto had multiple people sealed inside of him, so go ahead and check out that as well. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto was from the two greatest clans, so go ahead and enjoy it as well guys. And also, stay in tune because after all of this, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto was neglected by everyone. So yeah guys, stay in tune and I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King and Anime King 2 family. And thank you for all of your help and support guys. And remember, comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying and talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, the last spot we left off, Naruto came to Nono's house as he collapsed on Nono. As Nono saw how badly injured he were, as she quickly called for Haku. Naruto woke up the next morning and Haku was lying there, as she woke up all flustered to see him smile at her. As Kurama was just watching Naruto and watching him react. In his teenage days with a teenage girl, seeing that Naruto never had a normal teenage life, he loved these moments where Naruto could be happy, as he was happy for Naruto. Meanwhile at Konoha, the group, 25 people, there were 60 of them that went on that mission and 25 of them died. As Shikamaru has changed. His attitude, everything about him has changed, as he remembered leaving Choji's body. As Sarutobi then gave his speech. After his speech was over, Sarutobi told Tsunade where Naruto was, seeing that Naruto sent a message to him telling him everything and how bad of a state he was. As Tsunade quickly headed off, as she left the village on her own, telling Shizune to stay behind. Sakura also asked Shizune if she can become her apprentice, while Tsunade went to go and find Naruto and heal him. Meanwhile, Itachi finishes spying on the Sky Nation. Both him and Naruto came to the riverside, as the Sky Country had their platoons on boats. There was a lot of them, as Itachi and Naruto did their mission swiftly in the night. The boats were exploded from the bottom, as Naruto tied explosive tags to all of them, as Itachi and Naruto tear through the ninjas like they were nothing. After the battle, Naruto's body was still exhausted, as he was walking with Itachi, as both him and Itachi stopped. After a long talk with Itachi, Naruto called Itachi his friend and gave him a hug, as Itachi was beyond shock, as he felt pain and regret, as he remembered wiping Ren's identity from Naruto's head, and making him have no idea who she is, as he felt so much pain. How many more people are you going to hurt? As he messed up Sasuke. Meanwhile at Konoha, Hinata came as she talked to Sasuke, as she didn't believe that the two Hyugas died like that, as Sasuke told her that he didn't have to explain anything to her. The others accept what he said. Sasuke then headed back into the house, as he had a map with all nation and the Bijuu's location on them. All of the country Kumo with 2 dots, with 2 Bijuus there. As Sasuke had a plan, he was going to change this world and bring peace to it in his own way. It doesn't matter if he has to slaughter each and every person on this earth. Meanwhile, Kurenai find a note that Naruto sent to her when he was battling Zabuza. After getting that stab, he sent a crow away, as she saw it was written with his blood. She finally come to terms, as she forgave Naruto, as she just hoped that he made it back alive. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the plates and check it out for yourself. So let's start this new episode. We start this new episode with Kurenai as she watches sun rise up into the sky. It was a very beautiful scene. The past few days has been difficult for everyone in Konoha. The rookies were still trying to get over Choji's death. Kurenai had to admit when they embarked on that mission to Wave, she knew there would be some casualties. But this fact was not known to the rookies, and they paid the price. The Hokage was trying to find a suitable replacement for Choji, but so far they have found none. But something did happen. Hiruzen has reinstated Hinata back into Kakashi's team, going against his previous order before to send her to the hospital to work as a medic. Kakashi had personally requested to her to be reinstated in the team. So after a formal discussion with Hayashi, which was just an order by Hiruzen, Hinata was back on Team 7. Surprisingly, Sakura had been accepted to be the apprentice of Shizune. I guess I never saw that coming. At least Team 7 is moving on with their life. Except for Sasuke, she thought. She had visited his house along with Sakura and Anko, but he was nowhere to be found. But he did show up for a C-rank mission, and something was off about him. Kurenai had seen the look in his eyes. He was hurt. All of them tried to help him, but he rejected them all. She really wished Naruto's mission ends soon, so he can return back to the village and guide Sasuke back to the right path. He was the only one who can talk to him now. He had told her that Hiruzen had a plan to bring him back to the village without revealing the truth of his mission, and she really hoped that was true. As she wondered how both of them would repair their relationship, there has been numerous breaches of trust on both of their sides. As she knew that Naruto was following orders, as she was when she was dealing with Yakumo Sealing. But she could never deny the fact that both of them love each other. She tried to get Naruto out of her mind, but she just couldn't. She loved him, and that was it. But when he does get back, she wants him to quit Anfu and become a member of Team 7. That would change things a lot, a permanent member. As Kurenai then heard Yo. As she turned she saw Kakashi standing outside of her window. "You do know I have a door, right?" she said. As Kakashi rubbed the back of his head. As she chuckled. Naruto was always doing that. She then went over and opened the window as he hopped inside. "So, what brings you here?" she asked. "You see, Uncle," asked, well, more like persisted, that I stopped being a loner. So she want me to get to know her friends. As Kurenai burst out in laughter. I never thought I would see the day. Tell me, how persuasive was she?" asked Kurenai. "Well, she told me she was about to send snakes after my special area, but when I called her bluff, she attacked me with snakes." As Kurenai burst out in laughter. "Alright then, let's hang out," she said. "Let me make you some tea," as she headed off to the kitchen. After a while, he gave Kurenai a smile as she offered him some tea and snacks. As the both of them started to talk, what have they been up to these days and all that. When Kurenai hit him with a question, "Did you know?" she asked. "What?" Kakashi asked. "About Naruto. About the real reason why he left the village." Kakashi narrowed his eyes at her, as he wondered, did she know? She must have. "How long have you been lying?" For Hiruzen's behalf, she asked him. Kakashi closed his eyes as he sighed. "Let me guess, back in Wave." "He was in Wave, and he was the one who told you the real truth." "Yes," said Kurenai. "Kurenai, I didn't know about this until the Hokage summoned all of us that day. Trust me, the Hokage told me that it is very dangerous, and I couldn't tell any of you. I understand that part," said Kurenai. "But I want to know everything. Is it all true?" "Yes, everything is right. Orochimaru is planning on invading Konoha, and Naruto wants to get into his ranks to get information on him. A war is coming, Kurenai, and we need to prepare all for our comrades." "So, what did he tell you?" asked Kakashi. "He's lonely, he's tired, and his heart is full of regrets. Kakashi, he has been through so much, and I wanted to kill him. For the past few weeks, you are pissed and you are not in control of your full emotions. You now understand the real reason why he did it. So, how do you feel about him now?" Kakashi asked. "I mean, he was following orders, but he still lied and all that. But I have been through so much and Naruto never judged me. So I decided to give him another chance." Hearing that brought a smile to Kakashi's face under his face mask. But the thing I worried about, Kakashi, he placed a genjutsu on me for me to kill him after he was completed with his mission. Hearing that, Kakashi felt his heart sink. As Naruto was going through so much, as Rain quickly flashed into Kakashi's mind, what would happen if he found out about her? Things would be even worse. Is he really that damaged and broken down right now? As Kakashi looked at Kurenai, she was the only one who could probably talk to Naruto and calm him down if he found out about his lost daughter. So, have you forgiven him about that part, trying to control you? Kakashi asks. Kakashi, I cannot just easily forgive him for that part. As she gripped her cup tightly. As Kakashi just looked at her, if she forgive him, then he is making the right choice. But if she don't, he cannot do anything. But, said Kurenai, snapping Kakashi out of his thoughts, I will give him a chance to make things right. But this time, we're doing things my way, she said. Sure thing. But Kurenai, I know Naruto told you the entire truth, but there's something that not even him know, because his memory was erased. What are you talking about? Asked Kurenai as she narrowed her eyes at Kakashi. I need your help in making things right for Naruto. You're the only person who can help him with this. You're the only person who can take him out of this hatred if he learned this. Kakashi, cut the riddles. What the hell is going on? She asked. What I'm about to tell you is one of the most top secret information in Konoha, he said. The night Naruto attacked Root, he came across a little girl who was in Anvu, said Kakashi. As Kurenai just stayed quiet, Orochimaru and Danzo had worked together in the past. Just in case Naruto ever betrayed him, Danzo took samples from Naruto and he used that and he created her. What? Said Kurenai. Naruto has a daughter. Her name is Rain Uchiha. And now she is dead, said Kakashi. With Naruto, he walked in the forest as Itachi had went off to the stone village saying that he needed to check something. But Naruto knew that Itachi was embarrassed because he lost the race as the both of them raced back to Nono's house. But Naruto's mind was preoccupied with everything that Itachi told him. There were so many things in his life that he wasn't in control of. However, he sensed something that made him freeze in shock. This chakra, thought Kurama, just who is this? As Naruto spotted a person walking out of the shadows, coming towards him, Naruto slowly unsheathed his sword, as this person was clearly a ninja, chakra level of a Jonin, or even higher. But the alarming thing was that several other chakra was coming from all sides, meaning only one thing, ambush, Kurama said. Naruto, there is 20 of them, and their chakra is clearly evil. I can sense it, said Kurama. I know, said Naruto, as Naruto stepped in the center of the field as 20 shadows came from the ground. However, what surprised Naruto was the fact that they were Konoha Anvu. Naruto didn't understand. He could clearly tell that something was off about them. There was a foul stench in their chakra, like Anko, because of the curse mark. He then watched as black marks started to come from their necks, as their chakra level skyrocketed instantly. While his opponents were transforming, Naruto sensed another chakra signature hiding in shadows. It was so faint that he nearly missed it even though he was a sensor. As his person was not coming out, there was probably two reasons. Either he was waiting for a chance at striking from the back, or he was the one doing this ambush. Anyway, one thing was clear to him, that tonight, his contact with Orochimaru forces will now begin. Damn it, I can't use my Sharingan, said Naruto. I can't let any of them find out about it. As Naruto felt his enemy, ki skyrocketing. As the Anvus here, all of their hair growed out, as their masks cracked, showing their demonic faces. Their limbs turned into weird shapes, showing claws, swords, and all type of craziness. Naruto summoned a clone, as a clone poof into a shield after sharing a nod with Naruto. Kurama was surprised. In all this time he saw Naruto fight with sword, never a shield. As Naruto sensed Kurama's confusion, without my Sharingan, he said, I cannot predict their move. Anko mentioned to me when she used the curse mark her power increased 10 times, and I can't afford to use my trump card like Raijin Jaka, or my Mangetio right now. And also, that person is out there, watching me from the shadows. They want to see what I'm capable of, said Naruto. As one of the beasts roared as they jumped towards Naruto. As Kurama was beyond surprised when Naruto's shield twisted in his hand, as it changed shape, as it burst right through the beast's neck, spilling blood like a fountain. But Naruto wasn't done as he channeled chakra into it, as he sliced off the beast's head as it dropped to the ground a thud. Kurama was stunned by such a display. For years, he thought that Naruto was handicapped without his Sharingan. However, Naruto was proving him wrong. 3 other Anvus charged towards him, as Naruto had his regular sword, along with his shield. As one of them came towards Naruto with his sword hand, but Naruto flipped over and knocked his shield in the back of his head. He spun around his hand, but Naruto swiped and took it off, as Naruto planted his feet right into the beast's chest, and then split his head open with one slice. As he quickly dispatched the other 2, the person in the shadows were beyond amazed. These were some of his best curse-sealed warriors, and Naruto had eliminated them with pure skill. So, the rumors are true, the person thought. He is the son of the 4th Hokage after all. As the person watched as Naruto went through hand sign as rain started to fall. Amazing, he can convert water from the air. Such unique abilities. As the man watched as Naruto transformed his shield into a spear and threw it hard with great speed. As blue chakra was encased all around it, the beast tried to slap it away with his own sword, but the spear pierced right through his arm and burst through his stomach. In a flash, Naruto appeared in front of him and ripped the spear out of the man's stomach and drive it right into his skull, killing him. As the person watched, level, transformed curse-sealed warriors were killed by Naruto, and the boy was not even using ninjutsu. While the rain from the sky cleansed Naruto's body of the blood and the flesh that got caught on him, as the rain just washed all of it off. As Naruto ended all of them, moments later he heard clapping as someone emerged from the shadows. "You have 10 seconds. Talk or die," said Naruto, as the person lifted his hand in a gesture of peace. "There is no point for bloodshed. I only wish to have a peaceful discussion," as he pushed up his glasses. "By ambushing me in the forest, I don't see how that will prove for a peaceful discussion," said Naruto. "That was merely a test to witness your amazing power." "Who are you?" said Naruto. "You win. My name is Kabuto, and I am a messenger from Orochimaru-sama, one of the great legendary Sanins. If I'm not mistaken, you harbor a great hatred for Konoha, and I believe we can help each other." As Naruto smirked under his face mask, things were finally going in the right way. The wheels was finally turning, but Naruto couldn't act jumpy. "And what of it? I have no business with anyone of your kind," he said. He had to appear difficult, or else the enemy might be suspicious. "Try to understand, we share the same enemy. Orochimaru also hates Konoha like you. He just wished to lend you a hand in getting revenge on the mistreatment the village gave you." "Screw off. I don't need any help from weaklings like you," said Naruto. Kurama was impressed with Naruto's acting skills. Now they would be able to know how desperate Orochimaru was. However, Kurama felt uneasy when a look appeared in Kabuto's eyes. "Too bad. We could have given you your mother, Kushina Uzumaki, back. Even your daughter back," said Kabuto. Hearing that, Naruto froze. As he narrowed his eyes at Kabuto, Kurama felt like the ground beneath him was broken. This was bad. Very, very bad. Naruto had freezing shock. Not a single part of his body was willing to move, as his mind was going through a lot of things. As he looked at Kabuto, without saying a word, Kabuto had to jump away as Naruto dashed with speed that he was surprised. He was lucky that there was a great distance between the both of them, as Naruto was releasing some ki that made Kabuto scared. The only person that was able to do this that he ever met that did this before was Orochimaru, and Naruto was matching that. "I'll kill you for sprouting such lies. My mother is dead, and I never had a daughter," said Naruto furiously, as Kabuto sunshine away from him and was now standing on top of a tree. "It is true that your mother died years ago, but Orochimaru can bring her back." "And you are mistaken, you had a daughter who you never knew," said Kabuto firmly. More lies, nothing can bring the dead back, except for Edo Tensei, and I won't have my mother be in control, said Naruto. So, he know about Edo Tensei, which means he does have the Forbidden Scroll. So, that means he's truly a traitor of Konoha. If I can just maneuver him to our cause, then Konoha will be in ruins. Besides, Orochimaru-sama can bring Kushina back without the Edo Tensei. A small price for having a warrior like him on our side. Plus, when Kushina find out what Konoha did to her son, God know how bad she wanted to destroy that village after that, Kabuto thought. You underestimate Orochimaru. He's the greatest scientist of this world, and he would like to reunite you with your beloved mother. Tell me, Naruto, wouldn't you like to see your mother? I'm an orphan too, so I can understand. Help us, and we will help you as well. You will get revenge on Konoha for all that they did to you, all that they take from you. Konoha even hid your daughter from you. Kabuto smiled when Naruto's sword fell on the ground, as Naruto was feeling conflicted. Join us and see all of your wishes come true. Naruto felt like his entire world turned upside down. What the hell should he do? What if Orochimaru could really bring his mother back? He had suffered for his entire life from a village who never loved him. If his mother was back now, she could be there for him. And also, daughter? He even have a daughter? When the hell did that happen? Kurenai was never pregnant with his child. As Naruto then saw flashes of a little girl in his mind. What the hell is that, he said, as he shook his head as he looked at Kabuto. Can you truly bring my mother back, he asked. Naruto, you truly can't be thinking of joining Orochimaru, said Kurama. Shut up! Here's a guy telling me that he could bring my mother back, and I even have a daughter. I don't know what to do, said Naruto. Obviously he's lying. He's working for Orochimaru. Listen to me, Kushina would never want you to work with such an evil man, said Kurama. But this just angered Naruto more and more. How dare everyone try to play God in his life? Too bad, she doesn't get to decide. You kill my mother, she sealed you inside of me, turning me into a Jinchuriki without asking for my consent. She doesn't get a choice. All my life people has used me and cast me aside when they're done. But no more. No more, said Naruto. No longer will he be controlled by anyone. But Kurama wasn't going to back down. The enemy had lured Naruto into an emotional trap. So, you would betray everyone for your selfish reasons. If you side with Orochimaru, all of the sacrifice, Sai, Shin, all of their sacrifice would be for nothing. I know you want to see your mother, but this is not the way. Don't fall for their lies. Realization dawned on Naruto. Kurama's words brought him back to reality. The enemy was trying to lure him into a trap, but still. Kabuto noticed Naruto's hesitation for a minute as he decided to fulfill what he came here to do. Everything had gone to plan. He had seen Naruto's skills and now confirmed that he was a traitor. And also, him knowing about the Edo Tensei, meaning that he truly steals the Forbidden Scroll and he's really a traitor. We don't expect an answer from you now. Orochimaru does have a legions of warriors that will help you get your revenge. You won't be discriminated there. If you prove yourself, Orochimaru will make you the leader of his armies. If you aid him in destroying Konoha, he will personally meet you at Hurricane Bridge in 7 days. We hope you see reasons, said Kabuto as he vanished. As Naruto stood there, did he really have a daughter? And if so, why didn't he know about her? Where is she? And also, what should he do? Mom, what should I do, Naruto said, as he didn't know what to say. He didn't know what to do right now. His emotions were getting the best of him. Kurama cursed in his mind as Naruto slammed his fist into the ground. Operation Ghost was now in a lot of danger. Time skip. Naruto was sitting under a tree as a giant river was in front of him. As he removed his face mask as he looked into the water, Naruto chuckled as he saw a beard on his smooth cheek. He was growing beard. As Kurama watched carefully, as Naruto hasn't uttered a single word since Kabuto left. As Ibitu could clearly feel Naruto's emotions, he was a mess right now. Kurama knew who Naruto was at heart. Behind the Anbu captain was a simple boy who yearned for family. As Kurama was also pissed, Kabuto telling Naruto about Rain. Well, he just told him he had a daughter, but Naruto started to get even more flashes. And if he knew that she was dead, Naruto will fall into an abyss of darkness and despair. that he didn't even think him can bring him from. And if he found out that Itachi was the one who did it to him. As Kurama cursed himself for accepting Itachi's plan and betraying Naruto, he had broken his trust, the only person who considered him as a friend. As he blamed himself right now, he could have stopped Itachi, but no, he didn't trust in Naruto to handle the guilt. Kurama, why are you feeling guilty? Naruto asked, as he could easily feel Kurama was stressed about something. As Kurama didn't say anything for a while. What was he supposed to say? Could he tell Naruto the truth? I am worried about you. What are you going to do now? Kurama asked. Do you remember who I am? Naruto asked silently. As Kurama was confused until Naruto spoke. Those of the foundations have no name, no emotions. I have no past or no future, just to make sure that the mission is completed. As Kurama was surprised when a small smile came on Naruto's face. And yet, I could never control my emotions. Danzo was right. I was not fit for Anfu, said Naruto as he chuckled. You were not fit for many things, my friend, but you did them regardless. You did the impossible. In my entire life, I have never seen a human with such conviction for his own cause. You're a man of honor, said Kurama. You flatter me, old friend. I am many things, but I'm not a man of honor, said Naruto. Yes, you are, said Kurama. As Naruto looked up in the sky, a man of honor would put duty above everything else. Shinobi has no honor. We kill, we betray, we lie. And yet you have shinobis fighting for the good. Such like you. This world is not so bad. If you have the will to change it, you can change it, said Kurama. Naruto threw a stone in the lake as he skipped off the water. Maybe, he said. As he put his face mask back on, his parents were dead. He had an offer to consider, as he needed to reach the orphanage before morning. As Kurama wished that Kurenai was here, he was the only person who could drag Naruto out of this state, because soon enough he will find out about Rain, and things are going to be dark when he finds out. Meanwhile, back at Konoha, what did you just say? Asked Kurenai, as she was looking at Kakashi. This was just absurd. There was no way it was true. You're lying, she said, as she didn't believe it. It's true, her name was Rain. I know it's a lot to take in, but I will explain everything. But you must calm down, said Kakashi. Kurenai wiped away the sweat on her forehead, as she quickly drank some water to calm her nerves. So, how is she his daughter? Did he ask Kurenai in a broken voice, as it showed how desperately she didn't want to hear the answer. It took Kakashi a moment to understand what she meant, but he then placed a hand on her shoulder. Kurenai, you're the only woman he ever loved. He wouldn't do something stupid as cheat on you, said Kakashi. I want to believe that, but it takes a man and a woman to bring a child in this world. Well, it's different. Danzo took Naruto's cell. He wanted a replacement, as I told you. Technically, she's just a clone, but Naruto didn't consider her that. To him, she's his daughter. He pleaded with the Hokage to spare Rain's life. And he even told them that he will release the Kyuubi on Konoha if anything happened to her. The Kyuubi? Said Kurenai in shock. Just how precious was this girl to him for him to say that? As you can see, if anything happens to Rain, it could have caused Naruto to go berserk and put the village in danger. As Kakashi then told Kurenai everything that he knew about that night. Everything about from Sai dying that night, and it broke Naruto, allowing him to turn into 5 tails. When all of that was over, Kurenai couldn't believe it. As the table in front of Kakashi was smashed to pieces, when Kurenai heard about the part that the Hokage wiped Naruto's mind. He had no right to do that. The village was not responsible for her death. Naruto would have understood that if he was given a chance to grieve. Hiruzen landed us in a lot of crap. If this was to go south and if Naruto remembered her and remember what they did to him. Ren may have not been his daughter, but at least she was his blood, and he should have been the one to bury her. He should have been allowed to grieve. They shouldn't just have wiped away his memory like that. Hiruzen did the wrong thing, and you will help me in making this right, said Kakashi. How? Asked Kurenai. Kakashi got up as he went into his pouch as he pulled out a piece of paper. What are you doing? Asked Kurenai as he gave her an eye smile. Nothing, you're going on a vacation to Seikuna Island for 7 days. I hear it's a beautiful place. I already talked to Hirusun, so you have the next 7 days off. This is all good and I'm thankful to you, but we're planning to help Naruto, right? Kurenai asked. Yes, it just so happens that he's in that region, and being the good Kunoichi, but Kakashi was cut off, as Kurenai gave him a hug. Thank you, Kakashi, she said, as tears are coming from her eyes. She will be able to see him again. I will do whatever it takes, said Kakashi, as Kurenai nodded. I have to make this right, she thought. Early next morning, Naruto arrived at the orphanage, as he saw Nono standing there, with a big smile on her face. As Nono walked up to Naruto and gave him a hug, as tears of joy came from her eyes. I'm home, said Naruto. You don't know how much happy it makes me feel when you're not harmed. Well, you don't have to worry, I'm finally here. How about we have some good breakfast together? Said Naruto, as Nono breathed the hug. We finally found a cure for your disease. What? Said Naruto in shock. Even Kurama was surprised. Yes, it's true, and very soon we shall be ready for all the preparations with your eye transplant. Wait, what do you mean by we? Said Naruto, as he picked up on that. Yes, I got help in finding a cure for you, said Nono. She's right there, as Naruto turned around, as his eyes went wide. It's been a long time, Naruto, as Naruto was looking at Tsunade Senju in front of him, as she had a big smile on her face. Meanwhile, at Mount Byaboku, Jiraiya was shocked, as Fukazaku just came to him and told him that the Elder Toad has a prophecy, as he just told Jiraiya that that boy, Minato's son, will bring pure destruction. As time seemed to froze when Jiraiya heard that. Impossible, Jiraiya said after a while, as he looked at Pa. It's the truth. In the very near future, 2 destroyers will rise who will shake the entire world. It will be a bloodbath which humanity has never seen in its entire existence. 2? You just said there was 1. And what do you mean by bloodbath? And how can I stop it? Jiraiya asked. You cannot stop it, the cards has already been played. It won't be long before you meet the first one, the boy that shall destroy the ninja world, said Pa as he looked at Jiraiya. There must be a way to stop it. I will do anything it takes to stop it. Did the elder say anything else? Jiraiya asked. No. It's out of our hands now, said Pa as Jiraiya looked up. This can't be, he said to himself. Back at the orphanage, Nono watched carefully as Naruto just stared at Tsunade. Even she couldn't understand what he was feeling right now. Was he happy? Was he sad? Was he angry? He was looking at a living family relative. As Naruto looked at Tsunade, but guys, in the end episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below and turn that bell notification to stay posted, and yeah, stay in tune. And this is where the what ifs end tonight, guys. I'm not going to be doing what if Naruto was neglected by his family. That's going to be tomorrow, guys. So yeah, I'm going to be giving you that along with what if Kaguya was Naruto's mother, and what if Naruto returned different after his training trip. So yeah, guys, stay in tune for that so you guys can enjoy this and then have a good night's sleep. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace. See you tomorrow.